Stream of consciousness. Let it fly. It is what it is. Fuck YouTube. Free thought. Maybe talking some truth, maybe talking some shit. Opinions that matter, opinions that don't even fucking matter. Well, there's only one way to sum this up. This YouTube channel, it's whatever. And that's the way I like it. Don't be scared. Just fucking build. Hey, first off, I appreciate all the views that I got for the video that preceded this one, which is Nerds versus Niggas. It's funny to say it, but listen, it is what it is. And I appreciate the 3 likes that I got on the video as well. I'm hoping that those likes meant that I resonated with about 3 people. I don't know about the rest of those 57 people. Because honestly, sometimes people watch some of the video and then they don't watch the entirety of it. You know how it is. At the end of the day, small things mean a lot because they equal big things. And I do appreciate the 60 views that I got from that video as well. Now, there's one more thing that I want to address when it comes to nerds versus niggas. And it's impossible not to address it because it means so much to all of the people out there that are different, to all of the people out there who are a little bit weird, who don't look like everyone else or get picked on or what have you. Do not let this world transform you into your worst self. Do you understand? I gotta say it this way because it's the way that makes the most sense. But there's a lot of Star Wars fans out there. I know Star Wars sucks now, I know. But if we take it back to what really made Star Wars good, it was the almost never-ending battle between the Jedi and the Sith. Notice that when it comes to the Jedi, they cannot allow the dark side to take over. Once the dark side takes over, then the Jedi becomes corrupted. The main problem with this is the fact that the Jedi is extremely powerful. However, the dark side twists that power and makes this extremely powerful person use those powers to destroy versus build. Bam. What I'm trying to get out there is that message right there. Do not let society and the people that are in society, the bad eggs, do not let them transform you into your worst self. Now, this leads back into nerds. Different people, weirdos, gothic, everybody that strays a bit from the norm. You understand? You see, whether it's about white supremacy, whether it's about trench coat mafia, whether it's about Bloods or Crips, you can take any gang, and I am telling you that most of those gang members are comprised of people who were turned to their darkest nature. And do you know why that was? It was either 1, they felt safety in numbers. 2, they felt that they were lonely and they finally found somebody that agrees with the same twisted ideologies that they do. Or 3, they were bullied relentlessly. And obviously, if we look at shootings like the Columbine massacre, not everybody knows how to deal with constant bullying. You understand what I'm saying? You see, folks, as I pointed out in the preceding video, you're not supposed to be ignorant. You're not supposed to be violent. You understand? But when you grow up in an area where you're surrounded by violence, where it's beat up somebody or you're gonna get beat up, or if it's kill or be killed, or if it's join this gang or we're gonna fuck you up right here, you get sucked in. Because at the end of the day, one of our first modes is self-preservation. No human being on the planet wants to get hurt. No human being wants to get killed, especially when you're young. You definitely don't want that to happen. You're scared as hell, and you'll do whatever it takes, and you won't realize that this opens a door for a path that you cannot go back on. When you're a nerd, or when you think differently and you're in a bad neighborhood, it is very, very much like being a Jedi Knight. You are surrounded by all kinds of dark side shit. All of your powers are right there in your brain. Right there in your brain, in your spirit, in your body. You just think different. But the people around you, they want you to think the same way as they do, and they will beat you. They will beat it into your head that this is the way to be. Fuck that Jedi shit. Fuck that being a good guy shit. And the dark side is waiting, because as they bully you, as they hit you, beat you, do everything, you're just going to want to lash out. It's human nature to want to lash out. You want to defend yourself. It's in you. Your white blood cells defend you from invaders all the time. Defense is in our DNA, baby, but not violence. Do you understand what I'm saying? You see, as a nerd, when you think different and on a good level, on an intelligent level, but good, you must understand that violence, that's low-level shit. That's your basic idiotic nature. But defense, oh, defense is quite different. Martial arts, when I got jumped, and believe me, every kid from the hood, sooner or later, you're gonna run into it. And I got jumped by about 6 or 7 people, and I'll never forget that shit. Never. It changed my entire mindset, as well as it should have. Because before that point, nobody had ever did that to me. After that, that's when I realized that, yeah, you know what? Even though I don't want to hurt anybody, I have to protect me. Because I love me, and I love those around me that love me back. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you how difficult it is to be who you are. You must not let these outside influences, these people that just don't realize how wrong they are. You can't let these people bring out your worst nature. You have to understand that these people are hurt. These people are missing vital things in their upbringing, and they want to bring you with them because they are lonely. They are miserable, they're not happy, and they don't even realize it. But what they know is what feels good. And what feels good is to come after you, who is so smart or weird, even if you're not intelligent, weird, or you look like a certain way. You know, what brings them pleasure is fucking with you. That's what brings them pleasure. What brings them pleasure is, you know what, I'm having a bad day. Let me go fuck with this guy who's just doing nothing to nobody. Hey, listen, I know that shit sounds sad. It's fucked up is what it is. But hurt people truly do hurt other people. And they don't realize a lot of times that they're hurt. The only thing they care about is what makes them feel better. And beating your ass is basically what helps them along. It's their therapy. So, all of you nerds out there, whatever, let me tell you something. Your job is to learn how to defend yourself to the best of your ability. Take a martial art. Learn the martial way. Learn how to protect your mind, your body, and your spirit. Learn how to be a better person than what you are. Because I guarantee you, before you learn martial arts, I guarantee you, you're concerned about somebody messing with you or bullying you one day. Because you know you're out of place. You know it. You know what I mean? If you don't know it, the world's going to let you know it. The high school classmates, they're going to let you know it. When you learn how to defend yourself, you're going to have a confidence. You're going to have a peace about you. And it's going to help you navigate this path of yours, this unique path of yours, even further. You cannot go through this world not knowing how to defend yourself. You can't do it. If you are a sweet, kind person, there are people who will take advantage of you. And you must be able to see those people for who they are, as well as be able to defend yourself if those same people are looking to do you bodily harm. It's real. And to be quite honest, people, it doesn't matter what neighborhood you grow up in. If you're a good person, if you're a sweet person, if you're a kind person, if you're unusual, it doesn't matter. As long as you walk this earth and you are around other people, you will run into people who will disrespect you at some point. You will run into people who will try to take advantage of you at some point, of your kindness. This is some real Jedi shit. It's not a game, folks. I've gone through my entire life thus far walking an entirely different path from most people. I have lost friends. I've lost a brother. I have been cursed at. I've been called all kinds of names. The funny thing is, it's not that I have thick skin. I don't care how thick your skin is. I can still hear you. Even if your skin is thick, you still get scarred, bro. But as time goes on, you do realize that, yeah, you know what? Thank goodness that I do have 1 or 2 people that understand me. It makes a big difference. I want to say this one more time to anybody that this reaches. If you are in high school, if you are some kid that just happens to run across this video, if you're an adult or a young adult, if you're lonely, if you're weird, if you're this, if you're that, do not let the people around you turn you into your worst self. You are not getting revenge on anybody. The world will still go on after you have hurt so many people. The world will still go on after you kill yourself. I guarantee you, I've watched it. The attention and recognition that you want, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You're going to have to love yourself, walk a path that is different from most. Find the other people that understand you because they are there. You just have to look. If you are in the correct martial arts school, because that's key, I guarantee you that you will run into people that are just like you, because I have taken martial arts for many years and I have been to seminar after seminar. And when I tell you that it can be some of the biggest guys, some of the smallest guys, some of the nastiest looking guys, when I tell you that so many of us are the same kid, I'm not lying. We were all ostracized at some point, or we're just different from most people. And we took up martial arts looking to defend ourselves, because at some point, it could have been a little kid, it could have been a teenager, it could have been high school, it could have been even college. At some point, dumbasses in society started fucking with us. And we said, you know what? Before I do something really fucked up, let me go to a martial arts school so I can defend myself the right way, because this will allow me to learn how to not only defend myself, but to keep from possibly killing someone else in a fit of rage. Nerds, people that are bullied, the unusual, the different, the odd. When you're picked on, the rage is there. Don't let it consume you. Do not let it consume you under any circumstances. Because once you do something, you know in this reality that we live in, what's done is done. If time only goes forward, we can't go back. And sometimes when you let that rage overtake you and you do something really bad, all of the sorries in the world are not going to fix what you've done. So please make sure, if you're a nerd or what have you, or if you're unusual, if you think different from most, I mean people that think different in a creatively good way, or even if your thoughts are dark, put them on paper or learn how to paint. There's always people out there who appreciate oddities and unusual. If you find your thoughts being nothing but violence and violence and violence, then something is wrong. And you have to make sure that you go speak to somebody. You have to make sure you go to a therapist first. Get these things out to someone so that they can slowly break down to see where these violent thoughts and tendencies come from. And believe me, you're not the only person with them. In this world, this is a world that has violence in it. So you're going to have violent thoughts from time to time, folks. No, when you're always beset by violent thoughts, whether you're a kid, whether you're a teenager or an adult, go speak to a therapist. Not the psychiatrist, the one that gives you the drugs and that's not it. That's not it. Therapy first. Let's work through this. Let's unpack all of this. Because being a nerd, being different, being unusual, just because you've made it to 25 and 30 years old, that doesn't mean that you didn't have trauma growing up. That doesn't mean that those bullies didn't affect you. That doesn't mean that your mother or even your father calling you weird and a punk or a fag or any of these things, any of that stuff, anything. It doesn't mean that those things didn't hurt. It doesn't mean that you didn't compartmentalize those things. So speak to a therapist, unpack, get it out, learn why you do the things that you do, learn why. Because everything has a reason. Nothing comes from nowhere. Believe what I say when I tell you. Your mind is like it is for a reason. Sometimes it's genetic, but oftentimes it's societal. Oftentimes it's what you're surrounded with. And remember, we are creatures, we are living things, and all living things react to their environment. That is Biology 101, isn't it? And I wanted to keep this video short too. Oh well, I'll get it right one day. I'll be trying though. Seriously. Everybody take good care. If this resonated with you, please press the like button, because I guess as long as YouTube sees likes, then it'll actually trigger its little stupid algorithm. Press the subscription button. That also helps the algorithm. I want to get this video as well as the preceding video out to as many people as possible, because believe me when I tell you folks, there are more people out here that need this information than you realize. And a lot of them are young and a lot of them are even older. If you're weird, if you're a nerd, if you think about higher things, you're not alone. Just reach out, network. Put a comment in the section. I always will comment back. I literally have nothing else better to do. That's retirement life, folks. It is what it is. Peace.